walking today, I fucking swung my arm out too much and punched my, one of my bookshelves, and my pinky hit the fucking wall of the damn thing.
Oh.
And it hooked it in just such a way where it just went right down the gap between the pinky and the ring. There's like dicks. Anyway, hey folks.
Hello.
New session, more spooks.
Yep, we're at the hospital here with Maria. And, just checking out this little waiting room here.
There's
nothing of
nothing.
Interest here.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Oh,
what about in here? Not even a prompt? Okay.
At some point, I want to do like a fucking just sit down and let's get drunk watch Silent Hill movies.
Well, the first one's not too bad.
Oh, this is a tiny ass room.
Different types of papers and documents, but nothing of interest for me.
Apparently, like it does have a lot in common with at least the first game, but they kind of draw from everything, and apparently, like, they had a very specific theme in mind, which is always good for a movie adaptation. Like, when you're not just verbatim vomiting the media onto a movie format, it's good to have, like, a this is where we're going with it idea.
Yeah.
Which, at least they had, which is a lot better than a lot of other movies.
They left out a character, I believe, but it's not an important thing, really.
Well, at least that one's just locked. But yeah, and the second movie was just hardcore Silent Hill 3, but also trying to take the scraps of the first movie and apply it to Silent Hill 3.
Yeah.
And, like, that was weird.
Every door.
Personally, I think I've said it before, but I really like Silent Hill 3 is, like, my favorite out of them. With a special place in my heart for Silent Hill Down coming, because boy are those fucking goofy.
Lock's broken.
Downpour is dumb, but I kind of liked what it was going for. Homecoming was bad.
Just bad?
I mean, one of the biggest problems is they put more than... Like, they put way too much time into the combat system of the game. Which, this is Silent Hill, so you should understand why that's not where you should be putting the effort.
Right.
With Downpour, it feels a lot more like a regular Silent Hill game. It's just not a very good one. They tried to do something similar with this game where there's, branching endings, but the wild morality swing between those endings is so extreme it kind of hurt it made the game lose its focus, because a lot of the game is themed on regret and guilt, and if you get certain endings, that actually ruins the plot.
Yeah.
Because there are, like, straight up endings where you genuinely did absolutely nothing wrong, but you're still being punished for reasons.
Right. Because of the game's,
point. Like, you're still in Silent Hill, so you still gotta be doing the silent... But, like, there are points of it that are really, really interesting. Like, without giving too much spoilers, there is a really good sequence of events where it turns out, I guess a way to interpret one of the... Oh, hey, ladies. A way to interpret one of the endings of the movie, or of Downpour, is that it's not your Silent Hill, it's someone else's, and you got dragged in because you're entwined in it.
Yeah.
So, like, it's kind of interesting on the notion that, like, you are that person's nightmare, which I thought was really cool. But like I said, they made the branching too far, so even that message can get muddled and ruined. And it's like, it would have been a great game if they didn't make it that way. If they made it a little more focused on one story instead of the possibilities of 6. Cool. Is that something on the desk there, or? Nope.
Magazine.
Okay.
Won't do me any good.
That little metal rod thing looked like an object, but it was just light.
So open.
But yeah, anyway, but Homecoming was bad. In fact, it actually has a notorious glitch on the 360 version, which guess which version I have, where if you save in this one specific save point, apparently it can break your console.
Well, that's a charming feature.
Yep. I like how every time you go over to the dummy, it makes like a howling wind noise. Do you want to just hit him with the chainsaw?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Music's like tense and it's just like
by the nature of that enemy, it really doesn't move on. Oh, there it goes.
I gotta be careful not to hit Maria with the chainsaw.
Yeah, that would suck. Oh, she's taking the appropriate amount of. Did it? Oh,
it's not dead yet.
uh-oh.
Die, monster.
There it goes. I think. Yeah, music stopped. So how are you doing?
Are you okay, Maria?
She's unimpressed by your display.
It's the pause button.
I think we got a dozen health drinks if you want to top off. I was closer than I should have been.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's down here? Oh.
Huh?
This wall. And a locked door.
But like one of the worst parts in Homecoming, for example, is that Pyramid Head plays a prominent role.
Right.
Which doesn't make a lot of sense.
Because he's James's thing.
Yeah, he's James's monster. And it's the same thing why I've never quite liked that in the films, where they made a big... Like, I get that Pyramid Head is, like, the iconic monster, but he's James's monster, so, like, I've never felt like it's appropriate for... The nurses are kind of fine to be in other games, like...
Well, because they show up in the first one as well. Or,
I mean,
there's the doctors, rather.
Well, I mean, there is the nurses, but in that one, they're,
It's different.
Yeah, instead of being, like, the weird molded face...
They have
half
they have,
mannequin,
like, parasites or something.
Yeah, they got these weird big bugs on them. So, like, I feel like if you wanted to remake Silent Hill 1 and you put the Silent Hill 2 nurses in, that's fine. Because, like, you could make a decent enough case for them to be there.
Yeah.
But it's like, again, in Homecoming, they have the nurses. And there's no thematic or, like, story reason for them to be there. They're just... The nurses are just an enemy type. And what's worst about it for me is that, like, I've talked about it with Ian when we played it, but, like, Homecoming has, when it does its own thing, some pretty good designs on occasion. Like, each of the bosses is supposed to represent someone in the game's story who was killed, and each boss reflects how they were killed.
Right.
And one of them, called Asphyxia, she was strangled. So what's really interesting about that boss fight is it kind of looks like a big centipede, but it's, instead of being a bug, like, it's a person. And it's got, like, all these hands, and it's got, like, a dozen hands around its throat. And when you're fighting the boss, you're not, like, choking it out. You're doing quick-time events to peel the hands off.
So that they can breathe.
Yeah, and then once you finally get the last pair of hands off, it dies. Which I thought was, like, a really, really cool thematic thing.
Yeah.
Which almost feels wasted in that otherwise terrible game of lazy designs.
It's like something somebody else wrote, or that they were inspired by, like, what do you call it? concept.
Yeah.
Like, not concept art, but like somebody had a design in mind previously.
And they just did everything they could to make it work. And like, yeah, so... Oh dear. The nurses eat a fuckload of bullets.
I think I've just been supposed to, like... I think I had to kick them all this time and just haven't been.
Yes, that did seem much easier. This appears to be a monster closet.
Good.
Great. Oh no, there's bullets there.
Yay. And a drink.
Yes, this was a net gain.
And a TV. Let's watch.
It's broken.
Oh.
It seems to be broken. You could check, but James doesn't want to.
He doesn't want to watch TV. He's in Scary Monster Land.
Yeah. The TV will probably be horrible. Monsterland doesn't pay for good cable.
Who's there?
Oh, get away from my door! Hold on, Maria. I gotta go shoot some guys.
It's okay, Maria. They're just nurses. It's all the same once they're dead.
James, how could you think about shooting pizza when there's nurses around?
Yeah, shoot them instead. Oh no. Yeah, I had to reload. Yeah, that'll burn ya.
And now James is just looking like, I could use a nap.
James is looking like there's something on the floor nearby, but...
Oh, it's on the nightstand.
Health drink.
Oh, I see it. It's there on that.
More bullets. Oh, shotgun shells, but we don't have a shotgun yet.
No. Someday, James will be a big man and he'll get his NRA license. Oh. Don't do that. I don't like it.
I could have shot you.
Maria.
And open it.
Oh.
Well, I have a key for the observation room, but I've been checking out the floors.
Yeah.
So maybe it's time to go back down.
And observe the room. Oh, good Resident Evil angles.
Yeah. Here we are.
Oh, man. Ah, yes, James leaving a trail of despoil behind him.
Oh, we didn't check the woman's locker room.
Oh.
James is a pervert, so naturally.
This seems like the appropriate place for James. Oh my god.
And we can get in.
She's gonna be filled with naked nurses. Oh.
Hey, a bear.
Oh.
Ow.
James doesn't know how to...
I just pricked myself.
Are you okay?
They have your blood now. Oh. Bent needle. Someone There's a
shotgun in the locker. I got a shotgun.
Well, there
hey,
we
Maria,
go.
you want to see my new shotgun?
Oh yeah, brother.
Is there any way I could get around you, maybe?
Doesn't look like there's anything else.
Well, there was a shotgun.
Yeah.
Okay, there's clearly something else here. Because James is looking at it.
Yeah.
Is it that can of soup?
It's a normal stuffed animal.
I don't get
Except
it.
for the fact that it had that needle in it.
What about these lockers?
It won't open. It won't open. You know, Maria, this would be so much easier if you cooperated.
Just get out of my way, you cow.
Alright. I guess we could try room E.
I think that's the elevator.
Oh, yes, that makes more sense.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight.